Did you know that in Rango, the voice actors, Johnny Depp in particular, did not record their lines in an ADR studio. They performed their scenes in a live-action setup while wearing costumes because they wanted the characters to feel more authentic to the audience. Did you know that in Megamind? When Megamind tells Roxanne he's going home, he doesn't return to his evil hideout. Instead, he turns himself in because the prison is the only home he ever knew. Did you know that in Megamind, Metro Man sings about how he has eyes that can see through lead? This is a jab at Superman, as according to the comics, Superman cannot see through lead. Did you know that in Kung Fu Panda? Mantis says that he couldn't find Po's acupuncture points due to his fur and fat. This is why Po was immune to Tai Lung's attacks in the final battle. Did you know that in Inglourious Bastards? In the very beginning, Lieutenant Aldo says,
"That's why any and every sumbitch we find wearing a Nazi uniform, they're gonna die."
And in the end, every one of the bastards that wears one for undercover also dies. Did you know that in Inside Out 2, when Joy is fighting anxiety due to conflicting ideologies, one of the projections anxiety creates is the boyfriend looking back meme? Nice. Did you know that in Inglourious Bastards, Landa serves Chianti, an Italian wine, to his American captors who failed to pass as Italians?
Gorlami.
Did you know that in If, Brad Pitt is credited as Keith, an invisible character with no lines? This is a subtle reference to his character in Deadpool 2. Did you know that in Hercules, Hades says,
Guys, relax. It's only halftime.
Exactly at the 46-minute mark, the halfway point of the 92-minute film, breaking the fourth wall. Did you know that in Fight Club, the only cigarettes that are smoked are Marlboro Reds, which is considered to be the strongest of them all and commonly called cowboy killers? This is because it aligns with the violent and self-destructive nature of Tyler Durden, and because it was just red. Did you know that in 28 Days Later, the celebrating scene where the four characters are eating was actually shot during the attack on 9/11 while the wreckage was still on fire? Did you know that in Memories of Murder, the final scene where the detective looks at the camera was meant to be looking straight at the murderer who was at the theater, and the suspect was actually caught 30 years later? He stated that he actually saw the movie and felt nothing. Did you know that in Rango, the rattlesnake is actually directly based on the character Angel Eyes, the main villain of the good, the bad, and the ugly? Did you know that in Terminator 2, Robert Patrick, the man who played T-1000, trained it to fire a gun without blinking to look more like humanoid robots rather than humans? Did you know that in The Wizard of Oz, when they're sent to kill the Witch of the West, Scarecrow straight up brings a gun? Truly an American moment. Did you know that in John Wick 2, though the movies 1 and 2 were filmed 3 years apart, the story of the movie themselves take place within the course of 4 days? This is shown as the cars parked outside the Continental are the same in both the movies, a visual indication of how little time has passed within its universe.